Gut Punched, Alzheimer's, and Caregivers. Navigating the insidious illness of Alzheimer's is something nobody asks for. The disease sneaks up on you and your loved one, and it feels like you've been sucker punched in the gut. Then you ask, where do we turn for help? Who do we call? What do we do? These questions and more are what we hope to answer and give you some direction and hope. Now let's join our host, Jeff Edwards.
Greetings and welcome. This is Gut Punch, Alzheimer's and Caregivers, episode 63, or Breakthrough, Brain Sugar Discovery Turns the Tables on Alzheimer's Disease. How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining us today. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July, and you caregivers took advantage of it and got an extra nap or maybe some chill time for yourself. Really need to do that. Here's what we're going to talk about this week. An article about a breakthrough brain sugar, which has tremendous opportunities for the future. And if you reduce inflammation, you may be able to reduce Alzheimer's risk. Okay, this wouldn't be Gut Punched if we didn't go over our tenets. That's the fancy word for rules, I learned. The tenets we follow at Gut Punched are very simple, but very helpful. Number 1, you have to take care of yourself. Because if something happens to you, who is going to take care of your loved one? Number 2, you can't do it alone. You need help. Find good caregiver groups or network with friends or relatives. Number 3, make a list of people, friends, relatives, coworkers who have offered to help you in time of need. And then make a list of things you need done, but you can't do yourself because caregiving duties are overwhelming. Use the lists. Start at the top and keep going till you get what you need done. You'll find it very helpful. Number 4, create a help signal. Identify a cue or phrase to confirm your loved one is comfortable with receiving help. Make it easy, something that your loved one can remember, and put it on a card or something and know where it is. It will help put them at ease. Ready? Here we go. I received an article from somebody that I know. Thanks, Al. And this is really pretty interesting. It's titled, Breakthrough Brain Sugar Discovery Turns the Tables on Alzheimer's Disease. It was written by somebody by the name of Bronwyn Thompson. Remarkable new findings about the sugar stores in neurons have unlocked an entire new method of treating Alzheimer's disease and other cognitive decline. And it goes a long way to explain why there's a growing body of evidence linking GLP-1 weight loss drugs to protection from dementia. Scientists at Buck Institute for Research on Aging made the discovery when investigating the often overlooked glycogen stores in our neurons, which has largely been viewed as a redundant aspect of our biology until now. The researchers found that the metabolism of this sugar, a stored form of glucose, appears to protect the brain from toxic tau buildup and cognitive decline. This new study challenges that view, and it does so with striking implication, says Pankaj Kapai, a professor and senior scientist on the study. And he said, stored glycogen doesn't just sit there in the brain, it is involved in pathology. If you didn't know you had a stash of sugar in your neurons, it won't be a surprise. Glycogen is otherwise stored in muscles and the liver, where we better understand the function. This is partly because the brain stores are very small, so they didn't seem to have much of a role at all. However, on closer inspection, the researchers saw just how important they might be to brain health. The team first made these findings in fruit flies, but the discovery also translated to human cells that model tau buildup. When tau, one of the main culprits in the progression of Alzheimer's disease, amasses, the neurons get stuck with extra sugar that can't be broken down by normal metabolic processes. The clumps spoken about in Alzheimer's diagnosis seem to bind to glycogen, which impedes the sugar from being used, so it builds up along with more tau proteins. When the glycogen can't be broken down, then neurons are blocked from managing oxidative stress, another bad sign when it comes to neurodegeneration. However, boosting a particular enzyme, GLYP, can get the ball rolling and clear out that excess sugar, in turn stopping tau from clinging to it. By increasing GLYP activity, could better detoxify harmful reactive oxygen species, thereby reducing damage and even extending the lifespan of tauopathy model flies, said study lead Sudipta Bar. But in addition to these novel findings, the teams also noted how GLP levels are boosted naturally by fasting behaviors. And the same boost could be triggered by GLP-1RA, weight loss, and diabetes drugs. This work could explain why GLP-1 drugs, now widely used for weight loss, show promise against dementia, potentially by mimicking dietary restrictions, said Kapai. This mechanism is made more efficient by higher levels GLYP, which the researchers were able to demonstrate in human neurons sourced from frontotemporal dementia, that's FTD, patients, and shows that this treatment could benefit those with neurodegenerative conditions by kickstarting the cleaning process that had otherwise come to a halt. Overall, this study furthers the understanding of glycogen stores and how healthy neurons can quickly degenerate if the conditions for impeding metabolism are present, and that relieving symptoms of dementia or even preventing its onset could be achieved with current obesity medicines. By discovering how neurons manage sugar, they may have unearthed a novel therapeutic strategy, one that targets the cell's inner chemistry to fight age-related decline, said Kapai. Quote, as we continue to age as a society, findings like these offer hope that better understanding and perhaps rebalancing our brain's hidden sugar code could unlock powerful tools for combating dementia. Now, this study was published in the journal Nature Metabolism. Really very interesting.
We'll be right back to Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers.
In the fight against Alzheimer's, now matters more than ever. Because now we have treatments that could change everything. But now is no time to stop. Now we've got momentum, so now we use it. Now we seize the moment. Now we turn the tide. Now we make a difference and make some noise. Now is the time to get up, get out, and join the movement. At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, held in over 600 communities nationwide, and we need you with us. Because now is the time for hope. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
This is Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers.
Save the date. Walk to End Alzheimer's is November 11th in Lee County, Florida, and November 22nd in Collier County, Florida. And to find out about your town, go to the Alzheimer's Association website. It's alz.org. Now, in the search box, type in Walk to End, and then scroll down, put in your zip code, and you'll be directed to more information. Teams are being formed in your towns and cities right now. Don't wait. Sign up today. Reduced inflammation and Alzheimer's risk. And this is an article by Michael Roizen, MD. Overall, Alzheimer's disease, call it AD from now on, is the 7th leading cause of death in the U.S. and the 5th leading cause among Americans ages 65 and older. That's because AD is associated with complications related to progressive brain damage, such as life-threatening dehydration, malnutrition, respiratory problems, emotional turmoil, infections, falls, trouble swallowing, and loss of mobility. A lot of those challenges associated with AD are fueled by chronic inflammation. A study in the journal Experimental Gerontology now shows that eating, unfortunately typical, inflammatory diet with highly processed foods, added sugars and syrups, and red and processed meats, they can increase the risk of death from AD over a stretch of about 14 years by 44% compared to eating an anti-inflammatory diet. Such a diet expands the lifespan of a person with AD because it eases neuroinflammation in the brain, soothes the gut microbiome, and protects the cardiovascular system. The basic components of this diet include whole grains, fresh produce, and nuts and seeds. Harvard Medical School especially recommends tomatoes, olive oil, green leafy vegetables such as spinach, kale, and collards, almonds and walnuts, fatty fish such as salmon, and strawberries, blueberries, cherries, and oranges. Quality of life is something everyone deserves, so help your loved one with AD and put out the life-shortening fires of inflammation. Now, in addition to adopting lifestyle changes, talk to your doctor about adding low-dose aspirin to your daily regime, and visit lifespanedge.com to see data on using therapeutic plasma exchange to reverse early cognitive decline. Improvement is possible. Next week, we'll be talking with Cynthia Perthews from Senior Care Authority. I really think you will enjoy her approach to caregiving and helping as many people as she can with the knowledge that she'll share. For more information, you can check out the Alzheimer's Support Network at alzsupport.org/about-us. And to find your local chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, you can visit alz.org/local resources/find your local chapter. Or call their toll-free hotline at 1-800-272-3900. There's an app they have you can download, and you can do it from your mobile phone or your tablet. They're accessible, and they've got lots of information and a lot of help. Now, the Dubin Center is at dubincenter.com. Dr. Perry's HealthSpan Partners website is healthspansouthwestflorida.com. And for more information on the guide, and as I always say, it's probably easier to just Google it, Edge it, or DuckDuckGo it. It's worth your time and your effort. We finally have a Gut Punch Alzheimer's Caregivers group on Facebook, so look for that, and you'll find it on Facebook, or as some people call it, Book of Faces, under Jeff Edwards. It's called Gut Punch Alzheimer's and Caregivers Group. Easy to remember. We've put some things in there already. We have people joining us, and we'll be talking about some other things in the group as time goes on. Now, our website is gutpunch.com, and the email address is gutpunchedac@outlook.com, or you can email me at jeff@gutpunch.com. Help us grow and share this podcast with others who have someone who has a family member or friends who are dealing with a loved one who has Alzheimer's or any type of dementia, that you would let them know about the podcast. They may need the information and resources. There is help and hope out there for everyone. You just must know where and how to find it, and that's why we're here. If you like what you hear, subscribe to the podcast. Please leave us a 5-star review. Thank you for joining us, and please come back again. God bless.
This has been Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers, with your host, Jeff Edwards. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to us on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple, Pandora, and more. If you have a question or want to get in touch, our email is gutpunchedac@outlook.com.